Welcome to the CPTM Smart Partners Hub, and today is 10th of September. It's about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. We started the week with a very important follow-up from the Global 2013 related specifically to the message from CPTM Fellows. And I just wanted to share with everybody the activity that took place yesterday. As you know, during the dialogue, CPTM Fellows, the heads of government, had a number of interactions. One of it was about the CPTM Smart Partnership Movement and how the Smart Partnership Movement should continue to maintain the dialogues, the momentum, and the unique contribution that the movement makes through the CPTM to the various countries in the Commonwealth and beyond. We'll all remember that on a Sunday, just before the end of the dialogue, CPTM Fellows, heads of government, led by President Museveni and the host, President Kikwete, with all those present, had a quite lengthy discussion during lunch, and which did probably go a little bit into the think tanking session which took place in the afternoon, and it should have been probably at that time quite open, made available to everybody in the tents that the discussion was about the CPTM Fellows initiative, which was initiated in 2002, and which since then maintains the CPTM operational viability. The issue of maintaining the CPTM operational viability, and particularly the operational costs, is an issue which is not just dealt with by CPTM Fellows, but the Fellows did have launch an initiative in 2002, being aware about the necessity for ensuring continuity, and not only for today but for the future. CPTM Fellows Endowment Fund, CPTM Fellows Fund, has been launched with quite a number of countries leading and a few private sector, and since then, 2002, all the CPTM and Smart Partnership Movement benefited from the minimal contribution towards the CPTM costs. When the fund was launched, a separate CPTM vehicle has been set up which managed the fund, and as the funds were accumulated, invested until the larger investment what would be possible into a property in which we ensure longer term viability to CPTM members for their own hub, and also would manage and administer the operations of the fund. The CPTM Endowment Fund, which is being described in this booklet since 2002, has been numerous time made available and circulated during the Smart Partnership Dialogues or so dialogues up to now, and of course at any time that was opportune, CPTM Fellows reminded his colleagues and private sector about the need to make a cooperative input. There are very interesting and useful questions answered in this booklet, frequently asked questions about the CPTM Limited, CPTM Endowment Fund, connection with Commonwealth Secretariat, and the vehicle that was set up in 2003 is a private company, limited by guarantee, without share, and that is the memorandum article of association. Now, the CPTM Fellows in Dar es Salaam took a decision to reinitiate the call for funds for purchasing a property, while the current fund that is still in existence, which is invested, to maintain for the next few years the minimal CPTM operation cost, which is rent, staff, and probably some publications and a few infrastructure. All the activities are being, and the dialogues are being dealt with in a different mode through CPTM annual contributions from each and every government in the Commonwealth, and from private sector members or public sector members, and through cooperative resourcing from the networking professionals, and separately for the dialogue we have the Council of Patrons and Advisors with the Joint Executive Group and Joint Dialogue Conveners, who are managing the dedicated fund that is being raised from one year to another. So I'm very glad to say that yesterday there was this CPTM Endowment Fund board meeting where, as Chief Executive of CPTM, I'm a representative to the CPTM Endowment Fund board. The CPTM Endowment Fund board is being administered by a group of directors and supported by staff. The honorary president is His Excellency Secretary William CPTM Fellows on behalf of heads of government fellows, and the director is Tan Sri Omar as the CPTM chairman. There are two other directors, and from the HSBC trust, which manages the investment, and together with an administrator. So they are doing a very good job, and very happy to hear that the CPTM Fellows reinitiated the fundraising for the property as per the message from Fellows. So through this, I would like to call on all the SMART partners and the CPTM members to try to assist the CPTM Fellows, His Excellency President Kikwete, President Museveni, and His Majesty King of Swaziland, and the Fellows Emeritus, to try to finalize their own initiative in as soon time as possible. Today we are going to share with you also probably a few follow-ups from the financial inclusion of the G20 in the preamble of the briefing that CPTM will be sending to the Commonwealth finance ministers by the end of this week, as well as the brief that will be sent to the International Standards Organization, which takes place also next week, in which the national standards bureaus, members of Smart Partnership, are going to take place. So look forward to hear from you.